legendary detective is back on the big screen. In Mr. Holmes, Sir Ian McKellen takes on the role of an aged and retired Sherlock Holmes. But he's up for one last case.
Hi, I'm Laura Linney. You're watching Made in Hollywood, and here's a scene from Mr. Holmes.
His name is Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
Was that him?
My mother, she wonders if you have brought your famous hat.
The dear stalker. I've never worn one.
And a pipe.
I prefer a cigar.
Well, he retired 30 years before to a country house with his housekeeper, Laura Lilly, and her son, and seems to be perfectly happy being a grouch, being grumpy.
If I ever write a story myself, it will be to correct the myriad misconceptions created by his imaginative license.
Murder, Mr. Kelmont. Murder.
He can't work out what it was. What case was it that 30 years ago sent him into retirement, sent him away from Dr. Watson, away from Baker Street, and away from his career as a great detective? Must have been something very, very important. He said, I must have done something terribly wrong.
He is not a fictitious character, but a real person who's exiled himself into retirement and is now at 93, is looking back on his life and is haunted by a case.
We're about to start an investigation.
If you need suspects, you know where to find me.
His faculties are beginning to go, and that's not good because he's got to use those faculties to solve this problem. So that's the tension in the film. Will he make it in time?
When you're a detective and a man comes to visit you, it's usually about his wife.
I was in England, which is where I love to be. I was working with one of my favorite directors, with an actor who I've long admired and who I think is, has a skill set way beyond 99% of the actors working. And within a story in a world that I've always been attracted to, so it was pretty good.
I didn't know you wrote stories.
I decided to get it right before I die.
You're not going to die.
If I'd thought about it too long, I might have been so worried that I didn't do the part. More than 100 actors have played Sherlock Holmes, with great success, some of them. On stage, on TV, on film, on radio.
Now, Roger's been a help to you. He's always been clever.
It's evidence.
Now we must solve it.
I was comforted by the fact that this is a different Sherlock Holmes. This isn't a character, this isn't fiction. Our conceit is that he really lived.
Sherlock Holmes is known for his brilliance, and he's known for a very laser-like, logical mind, but he's not known for his heart.
A convincing set of circumstances signaling your intention to murder your husband.
This movie examines that, and you get to see that there actually is a heart in there.
He turns out to be a more congenial person at the end of it than he was at the beginning.
Did you finish what you had to do?
Made in Hollywood.